How's it going, everyone? Gonna be making quite an exciting video today, and we are jumping straight into an event with our laser focus deck. So I just skip the waiting time looking for the event because it normally takes a little while. So the point of this video is I want to showcase how laser focus performs in the current event scene. Do I want to go first? I do want to go second. We've had quite a lot of luck with quite a lot of success with laser focus. Oh, this is terrible. We've had a lot of success with the laser focus deck in the versus ladder. We've had 9 games with it, and we picked up 7 wins and then 2 losses. So it has been performing very well for us. Now, I'm a little concerned with the start. Necrozma is almost the last Pokemon I have with the start. Let me try and get some luck going with Bugcatcher. Okay. That is fairly decent. Let's get an Inkay down, let's get a Yangoose down. And we can use Mysterious Treasure to discard one of these to bring out our second Necrozma. Do we have both Silvalies? Yeah, we've got our second win card sitting in our deck, which is always fantastic. Like I've suggested in previous videos, when you get a chance to search your deck, check if your other win cons are actually in your deck. It just lets you plan a bit further into the future, and at least then if you know that your win cons are prize cards, then you know you need to push for it. So I'm quite thankful that my opponent didn't actually go for Toolbuster, because I don't want to get damage off onto my Necrozma early on. I'm already quite worried about having Necrozma down so early. Let's get a second energy down there. I'm a bit tempted to use Cynthia, but considering I have two other draw cards, I'd rather use the 2 other draw cards. I'd actually really like to draw into an Inkay right now. Let's discard this, because I can bring it back with Malamar anyway. All my Inkays, my other 2 Inkays are both prize cards. That's a bit unfortunate. Let's just bring that in. I'll never use my Spirit this late in the game anyway. Okay, yeah, I'll happily use Malamar's ability right now, charge my second Necrozma. And let's get this pressure going on early. And let's go for the barrier attack. So, I'm hoping to pick up well, I'm obviously hoping to come first in this event. And I'll be playing a few more events in the future. I haven't played events before. This is literally my second event. So I'm quite excited to see how they play out and to bring them as many rewards as possible. I'm actually hoping to collect quite a stash of boosters, open up a whole bunch of boosters, and then start making some decks from that. Because so far I've only played theme deck games. I haven't actually played anything outside of that. So I'm quite excited to play. I should play my energy first. To make some decks that aren't theme decks essentially. I'm trying my hand at crafting our own decks. So at the moment we're actually looking pretty decent right now. My opponent doesn't seem to have answers, which I'm quite grateful for because this is not a great start for me. So, ended up picking up the first bit of pressure. Yeah, that's rather rubbish. I'm really actually hoping to draw into the Inkay just to get my second Malamar down. Because if I can get this Malamar down, I'm actually quite happy using Cynthia to get rid of this hand. It's not something I'm too concerned about holding on to. Because Ordinio I'll never use, Spirit I'll never use, and Tauros, it's a bit late for Tauros. So my entire hand can actually go. It does look like my opponent's struggling a bit with the cards they're drawing. How desperately do I actually need? Because I really want to get Silvally out sooner rather than later. I'd actually rather go and try and get Silvally out. Considering the fact that Inkay is a prize card, I don't want to hold on to it for so long. And there goes type null. So now all we need to do is draw into our Silvally and we'll be in a pretty good position. Nothing else I really want to do, so let's go for laser. And let's keep this pressure up. Let's see, I wonder if my opponent's going to actually bring down Nidoran just as a sacrifice. Okay, another dead card. But I do have another Cynthia. And considering this hand at the moment, I'll most likely go into Cynthia. Because I don't need any more basic Pokemon. I've already got my second Necrozma out and I've got to type null down. So as it stands now, I'd rather keep this pressure up and just keep digging for that Silvally. Considering my opponent can bring out a Nidoqueen, I'm very concerned about Necrozma going down to his weakness. That's okay, it's not that much damage. Again, nothing value in my hand. Let me get rid of this. Again, I'm really fishing for Sylvally, and I'm really fishing for the special energy. And there is the Sylvally, which is exactly what I see. Both my Necrozma are full energy, which means I can start loading up my Sylvally. Nothing in my hand I need to do, so let's keep this pressure up. I might be taking a bit of damage now from this bite. But at least then, that is a Nidorina down for my opponent. Okay, looks like they're going to hold on to it. They might actually have another Queen in hand. Which again, it's not the end of the world. Unfortunately, this is going to allow my opponent to bring out as many Pokemon as they need. With the Queen's Call, it really is a bit of a pain to play against, as your opponent's always going to be having their answers out once they have another Queen down in the field. Because now I can essentially just search for the Charizard or the Charmeleon, whatever they're missing. And considering that they've got... yeah, there's the Charizard, which means they most likely have a Charmeleon in hand. And considering that they've got quite a decent amount of cards in hand, they'll most likely have their answers. Oh, that's the game. So, that's our first win. If there's a long time between the rounds, I'll most likely just cut this video just because sitting around watching the timer go down isn't the most entertaining thing in the world. And I'd rather showcase how this deck performs in the shortest amount of time as possible. So, I'll pick this video up again once the next round starts. Cheers, everyone. Okay, welcome back, everyone. I'm glad I cut the video there. It ended up being about a 15-minute wait time between different rounds. So, heading into the second round with our first win. Now at least in the semi-finals. Hopefully we can make it all the way. Again, we end up facing the same deck. So, hopefully we can get quite lucky again. Again, I think I'm quite happy to go second. The reason for this is I want to get the first attack off. With things like Mispirit, Dedenne, and even Ordinio, I'm quite happy getting the first attack off. Now, I don't know if I actually want to get Mispirit or go straight into Ordinio. I actually think I want to go straight into Ordinio, just to rack up that free draw. And at least Mispirit, I don't desperately need. I don't think this deck has a way to mess with your bench. So let me put the second type null down. And let's go. So Mispirit's not actually going to do anything for us this game. I don't think so, at least. I could use it to bring out the two Necrozmas, which is always a valid option. But I think with Ordinio just sitting there racking up the draws from Hearing and just hitting Drain Slap, I feel quite confident with that. And once I've got either Sylvally out or Necrozma out, I can then swap it out, because it's only one energy. And I don't want this game to last too long, because my opponent's deck ramps up quite quickly. Now the problem is it does run Nidoqueen with Power Lariat, which means that Necrozma does have quite a tough time in this deck. And my opponent seems to have quite a good start. I'm a little bit worried about this, because I got quite a slow start. So let's see how this goes. I need to get quite a few lucky draws to get my engine going as quickly as possible. If I can get a Sylvally in these next couple of draws, that'll be absolutely fantastic. So far, I'm quite enjoying this deck. It is so far my favorite deck. I want to try out the Dragonite deck. I actually can't remember what it's called. I want to say Soaring Skies, but I don't think it's Soaring Skies. So let's go. There's the Dedenne, which would have been great in my opening hand. Gumshoes actually has a bit of value here. There's Pokemon Fan Club, which is quite nice, which can get my Necrozmas out. So let's start powering up Ordinio, and yeah, let's end it here. So Gumshoes has a bit of value in this deck, or in this matchup essentially, because my opponent has Nidoqueen coming out later. And Gumshoes is dealing 90 damage with just 2 energy on it, and I won't be taking bonus damage from any of the Psychic Pokemon. Which is decent. It's not fantastic, but it's not bad. The only issue with Ordinio is that it requires 2 energy to come online, and Drain Slap will take 3 turns to get rid of Farfetch'd, which is a little bit longer than I can actually afford. So I need to really hope my opponent has difficulties when it comes to energy. Okay, let's see what card they're bringing out with Timer Ball. Presume Nidoqueen. Yeah, there's Nidoqueen. Okay, this is a slight problem. Looks like my opponent's going to be able to come online before me, which is worrying. Okay, let's see what draw comes out. Another energy. That's not what I want to be seeing. Let's do hearing. I'm hoping for a nice supporter card. Switch is never a bad option. I'm always quite happy with Switch. So, both Anacrozmas are here. Both of those are there. Where are my Solvallis? There. So one Solvalli is a prize card, which is good to know. My other Solvalli is in my deck, so that's not terrible. Let's get on the Necrozma down. I don't want too many cards in hand because I know my opponent runs Copycat. Okay, that's all we can do for now. Let's just start getting damage down to Farfetch'd. And try and kill this Farfetch'd as soon as possible. I'm actually getting quite concerned. This is a very slow start for me. Considering my opponent already has another Queen out, I really need bank on my opponent not getting any energies out. Because the problem is in 2 turns they're going to have a Charizard down. And unless I can have a... Oh, what can I check out about Charizard? The only thing to take out Charizard in one hit is a special energy Necrozma, special laser. They'll do a 160. So that's a bit concerning. So our opponent's got quite a strong hold in this game so far. So let's see how it goes. There's still a chance. Maybe Ordino wasn't actually the right player. Maybe we should have gone into Spirit. But again, it wouldn't have actually helped. I think Ordino was the right play there. I just don't know if the next player should be Necrozma or Gumshoos. Because with them going into Charizard here, most likely. The thing is, Necrozma deals 100 damage. Now, Necrozma will O-hit KO the Nidoqueen or the Rapidash, whereas Gumshoos won't be able to do that. So I do think Necrozma is a better one. And I have a second Necrozma anyway, so if Necrozma goes down, it's not the end of the world. So really just weighing up better options here. And I can't retrieve this Ordino until Necrozma's online anyway, so I've got another about 2 turns. Which is not ideal. We might have actually lost this game. The start's been too slow. Yeah, this start's been too slow. I'm surprised my opponent didn't go for collect there. Okay, that's Solvalli. That does change things. I might rather go into Solvalli then. As my next. Okay, let's stop charging up the Solvalli. Nothing else we can do. Let's do a hearing. Okay. And Drain Slap. So one more Drain Slap to go. My opponent should have everything they need in their hand, because the problem with this Queen's Call is once during a turn you may search your deck for Pokemon that isn't a Pokemon GX or Pokemon EX and put that into your hand. So my opponent can essentially just look for whatever evolution Pokemon they need and just bring it out. And that does cause a lot of problems for me. Which means they can literally just have a Charmeleon in hand, a Charizard in hand, whatever they need they can just bring it out. So my opponent's able to fetch all their win cons very easily. And there's a second Nidoqueen. Which means now they're essentially sorted for whatever card they need, they can just bring it out. And I'm not exactly getting what I need. That's a bit frustrating. That my opponent didn't let me get that prize card, but it makes sense. Oh yeah, I got lucky there, got rid of Burn. It's like one of the only times I've ever gotten lucky with that. Let's go for Hearing and see what I come out with. I really am digging for that special energy card. This is a dead hand. Literally 1, 2, 3, 4 of the cards in my hand. I will never play this game. So this is quite concerning at the moment. Ordino won't go out next turn at least. So I'm hoping Solvalli can come online before Ordino goes down. Drawing 2 cards a turn, I should draw into at least 1 energy card. On the plus side, I'm ahead for time, but I don't see my opponent being timed out in this game. Unless I really, really stall it. Which, considering how this is going, might actually have to be an option. And play this game for time. I really don't want to be that guy, but I might just need to do it. So my opponent's not taking any damage next turn. Let's get Hearing off. There's Malamar, finally. I didn't get another energy, which is a worry. So let me retreat into Gumshoes. And I want to use this Psychic Recharge onto Silvally. At least now Silvally's online. And again, I can't do anything about the Rapidash until Agility wears off. It's a bit of playing for time now. My opponent's got 7 minutes left. Or 7 minutes 15 seconds left. Our opponent's deck does usually require a bit of time during the turns. This game actually might come down to time. And just trying to make my opponent lose in time. Which is an unfortunate way to play it, but I don't know if I can actually win it any other way. Because my opponent's really sitting with a strong bench at the moment. Okay, this is quite good. Because what I can do is I can actually switch out this Gumshoes now into Silvally. Actually, what I can do is swap out into Ordinio, get the draw, retreat Ordinio into that. That's actually much better. So let's swap out into Ordinio. Let's get our Hearing off to get the free draw. Now let's use retreat into Silvally. Let's start charging up our Necrozma. Use Malamar Psychic Recharge. That was actually a big mistake. I should not have played that onto Necrozma, because now if I don't draw an energy, I'm in serious trouble next turn on Silvally. Ooh, okay, I've got an energy, I'm okay. And let's get this going. So, Air Slash. Get our first KO, so we're ahead now in terms of prize cards, which is always good. My opponent can't do too much this next turn. They can bring out Charmeleon, but they might just play for time and bring out one of their weaker Pokemon. Until they can get their Charizard out. Or until they can get Power Lariat out, whichever comes first. Unfortunately, I can't O-hit KO anything until I get Special Energies out. So my opponent can't actually do anything this turn with Nidoqueen. And they've only got one evolution Pokemon, but they should be able to evolve both of these next turn. I'm not quite sure why my opponent hasn't evolved these into Charmeleons yet. Because the thing with Power Lariat is this attack does 50 more damage for each evolution Pokemon on your bench. At the moment, my opponent only has one. In the form of their second Nidoqueen. So I'm not entirely sure what's happening. Unless my opponent's gotten really unlucky and all their Charmeleons are in their prize cards. Which for their sake, I hope isn't what's happened, because it's a rather unfortunate way to play this game. My opponent's down to 6 minutes. Which is quite good in this sense. Okay. So, let me charge up my Necrozma. Let's get the Silvally going. I don't really want to have cards in hand, so I'll actually put the U-turn board onto Ordinio. Because I can retreat into Ordinio, and then U-turn board to retreat a second time with another Pokemon. You can retreat twice, right? Actually can't remember. I can't remember if you can actually retreat twice in this game. I haven't played in so long. And I haven't actually tried that in such a long time. Let me hold on to it then, just in case I can't. And let's go for the Air Slash. I really can't remember if you can retreat twice in your turn. Yeah, I straight up can't remember if you can retreat twice. I presume you can, but I can't remember. So I really hope my opponent doesn't have a Charmeleon in hand. They don't. Their Charmeleons must all be prize cards. That's a huge turn of events. I actually don't want Silvally to go down now. I don't want Silvally to go down because I don't want my opponent to get any prize cards. So I'm going to just hard retreat him into Necrozma. And I'm actually going to be going for barrier attack, because it'll deal double damage. And at least then I'm taking less damage on my Necrozma next turn. That is huge if my opponent doesn't have any Charmeleons. Oh wow, I really feel bad for my opponent now. The problem is I actually want one of my Pokemon to go down and bring in my second Necrozma. Wow, okay. Oh man, I meant to go for barrier attack. Well, I'm going to be taking damage before Necrozma, unfortunately. There's Weakness Guard, that's huge. That means I can O-hit KO anything with Necrozmas. Ah man, I really should have meant to go for barrier attack there. My opponent can get a Searing Flame off. So I'm going to be taking 20 extra damage, which is a bit unfortunate, but it's not the end of the world. Ah man, that was stupid. I can't believe my opponent's Charmeleons are all his prize cards. That is super unlucky. Yeah, that's really super unlucky. I feel sorry for my opponent. So I'm pretty sure if they had any Charmeleons in their deck, this game would have been theirs. Ah, okay. Ah man, I'm keeping burn. That's always a problem. So I don't actually want to play this Weakness Guard just yet. Just because I'd rather play it on my fresh Necrozma, and then I don't want to waste it. I don't think I'll charge anything up either. So let's just carry on going. Special Laser. So the thing is, I don't want to lose my Weakness Guard because I do need it in case my opponent does eventually get out that Charizard or brings out that second Nidoqueen. So I'd rather hold on to it. I know I'm giving my opponent crazy value for Copycat, but considering they don't have Charmeleons in their deck, I'm not terribly concerned anymore. Oh man, this burn is not going away. I'm going to go down to burn. That is depressing. Well, I guess I really can't complain considering the luck my opponent's having. The issue is, if this Necrozma goes down, it's pretty much just like a cascade effect of my Necrozma going down and my Silvally going down right after that. Which is a bit concerning. Yeah, I don't really need any of this. I'm just going to carry on going. I'm most likely going to be losing this Necrozma sooner rather than later. But it's not, I'm not terribly concerned because I can bring in that second Necrozma and I should have at least have one energy in my discard pile. So I should be able to charge up the second Necrozma quick enough. And once that weakness energy goes down on it, the weakness guard energy, it'll be good to go. So this is looking like a pretty solid game. I should have it now, just by really bad luck on my opponent's side. Because the thing is, this Necrozma won't go down. Oh, actually going, my opponent's digging for this Charmeleon. My opponent's really digging for this Charmeleon. For them, well played. Hopefully they're getting their Charmeleon. Because the thing is, if they get that Charmeleon, that's a big turn of events. If they don't get that Charmeleon, then they're in trouble. So let's get Necrozma down. I hope my opponent didn't see that in the wrong way. I'm really hoping they picked up that Charmeleon. Because this is a really unfortunate game if they haven't. Yeah, let's just flex it showing that I've got that. And let's just go for the Air Slash. Could have gone for the Avenging Heart. I actually only do need one more prize card. So my opponent, I'm pretty sure, knows that this is game, because there's nothing they can really do. That really was just an unfortunate turn of events for my opponent. Shame. Oh well, it happens. It's a card game. Sometimes you just have bad draws, and in Pokemon, sometimes unfortunately you have really bad prize cards, and that's what seems to have happened to my opponent. It's just incredibly bad prize cards. Sorry, man. Well played, but that was really bad luck on their side. Okay, so that's our second win, which means we actually are into the final. Next one. Oh, great! So we were the last people playing. Hey, and I picked up another event token, which is quite nice. So, being able to jump straight into the final game, let's hope we can win this. I'd love to pick up quite a few boosters from this, and again into the third Soaring Flame deck. I think it's Soaring Flame or Relentless Flame, something like that. I lost the coin flip. So let's see. I don't know if I'm going first, second. The first player can attack. So I'm going first. It's not ideal. I don't quite like going first. Ooh. I want to go into my Spirit first. I don't know if I want Ordinio on my back line. I think I do, just in case. So the reason for going... Oh, sorry, my chair is really noisy. I apologize for that. So the reason for me going for my Spirit first is to bring up my Necrozmas. I guess it wasn't... It was not vital now, considering those draws. But anyway, let's get some draws out. It's decent. Do I want a Yangoose? I don't want a Yangoose just yet. Yeah, let's keep this going. I might actually go straight into Mumbles. The thing is, it takes 4 turns to actually do anything. Because Pokemon Fan Club can bring out my Necrozmas, can bring out my Inkays, can bring out my Type Nulls. I guess I don't really need it, unless... Well, it depends what my next draw is. If I get a better... Basically, if I draw a Bug Catcher or a another Huey, then I'm going to go for Mumble. If I don't draw one of those... Let's see. Okay, let's go Pokemon Fan Club. And let's start bringing out Type Nulls. Okay, I got both Necros in my deck. My other Silvally is there, that's fantastic. My Inkays are both there. Okay, I'm pretty much sorted. Let's bring out Type Null and Necrozma. Let's put those down. Let's get Type Null down. I should have actually got an Inkay, I shouldn't have got a Necrozma there. And let's start powering up this Type Null. Because I've got a Silvally ready. Necrozma can go down just because. Do I need First Contact? First Contact, actually I do want First Contact just to get my 2 Inkays out. So let's get Inkay and Inkay. Which means next turn I can involve both my Malamars. And then I can just start leaning into my opponent. Yeah, let's do this. I can get as much damage off as soon as possible. That'll be fantastic. Unfortunately, don't think I'm going to be able to get Air Slash off just yet. Because I need... Yeah, I won't be able to get Air Slash off next turn. So it's going to take 2 turns to take out this Farfetch'd. It's a tad unfortunate, but it's not the end of the world. So I don't have any... If I can draw a Mysterious Treasure right now, that'll be huge. It wouldn't even make a difference then. It actually won't make a difference, never mind. Well, I was thinking if I draw Mysterious Treasure, I could then discard this energy. And I can then use the Malamar ability to put the energy onto Type Null. But that won't make a difference in the sense that I then don't have an energy to attach to Type Null anyway. So this is the turn of evolutions. We're getting both Malamars out, which means my energy game is now covered essentially. And I'm getting my Silvally out, which is huge. So I can retreat my Spirit into Silvally. I can charge up the Silvally and let's start getting this damage going. Pokemon Fan Club. I actually probably shouldn't have played that because I'm not giving my opponent value. And let's get our second Type Null into our hand. The thing is, this is nice because I'm getting rid of bad draws. I'm getting rid of bad draws in that sense. That I would have a way of getting them out anyway. But the only thing is now my opponent will get more value out of Copycat, which is something I always try and avoid. But it is as it is. I really hope my opponent doesn't have a Charizard in their hand. I don't really want to lose Silvally this early on. If they're drawn to a Charizard or a Rapidash right now, it'll be quite frustrating. Rapidash won't O-hit KO Silvally, but the issue is my Silvally will then be taking a lot of damage. Taking 60 damage essentially. And it looks like they're fishing for it. So considering the fact that my opponent went for Collect, I presume that they don't have either Rapidash or Charizard in their hands. So I can go straight into Air Slash. This is a little bit concerning. I actually hope my prize card is an energy, which is for the first time ever. Ooh, that's quite bad. Because the thing is, I can now bump this energy across onto Necrozma from my Malamars, which is always great, which is the reason I always want Malamar. Okay, my opponent with a Time of War is going to have a Rapidash out now. Or a Charizard. That's a little bit scary, considering that my Necrozma is not online yet. I'm a little bit energy starved, which is a tad scary. My opponent's really digging for that Rapidash right now. Let's see if they get it. I'm a little energy starved, which is a bit awkward. Because I don't have my Silvally perfectly online yet. And Silvally's going down this turn. Ooh, that is a problem. That is a very big problem. Because I can't knock out Charizard just yet. This is a very big problem. I essentially need to draw into the weakness energy, weakness guard. I can't actually remember if it's in my deck or not. Because this won't take him out. So basically, if my opponent now uses his Pokemon power, I can then bring out my Necrozma and I'll be good to go. If my opponent doesn't use his Pokemon power, I'll just retreat either way. Okay, so next turn I can KO this Charizard, which is huge. At least that's Charizard gone. The issue is I don't have a lot to play with. Considering I've already lost to Silvally, they actually retreated. It's a very good play from my opponent's side. Because now I can't bring in my Necrozma to deal with this Ponyta. I think Malamar can't even take up Ponyta. I might. What I'm thinking of doing is using this type null to bait out my opponent. Because they'll want to take out type null because Silvally is one of the win cons for my deck. So if I can bait them into bringing out a Charizard or putting value on the board to deal with this type null, I might be able to draw them into a bad position. Problem is this Necrozma is in a very awkward spot until I get the weakness guard. Well, I guess now my opponent has so many evolved Pokemon down, it doesn't really matter. So I basically need to get a I need to get my weakness guards out just so I can start hit KOing. I need to get my Silvally out. Because at the moment, considering my opponent's energy situation, the big threats are that Charizard and the Rapidash. If my opponent's Rapidash gets agility off. So now this play, if my opponent doesn't get agility off, I can then do something. Okay, they fell with agility, which means I can bring in this Necrozma. Now, I know Necrozma's going to go down. And I'm not too concerned with that. I love being able to do that, just retreating and bringing the energy right back on to the Pokemon. So now, I'm not terribly concerned with that. I actually want to hold this energy in my hand just in case. Because I'm getting a prize card out of this. I know that Necrozma is going to go down. But on the plus side, that's a really rubbish card. I'll be able to knock out this Charmeleon. Because this Charmeleon will have 70 HP left. I should have Yeah, I have 2 cards there, which means I'll be able to load up my next Necrozma. And this next Necrozma will be able to knock out the Charizard. So fortunately, I'm going to be down to my last Necrozma, which means my next win con, my last win con in my deck will be my second Silvally, which I haven't seen yet. And if that doesn't come out, I need hope to either get a... what's Yangoose evolve into? I want to say Garchomp, it's not Garchomp. I'm going to need to get this Yangoose to evolve. Sorry, my brain's not working. I can't actually think of what the evolution's called right now. This is a bit of an awkward situation, but it's not the end of the world. I do need to see that weakness energy come out. Okay, so Psychic Recharge. And bring Necrozma online. Okay, this gets rid of the Charizard, which is a huge boon to me. Retreat type no art. One nice thing with this deck is you're able to get a lot of retreat plays. This deck is very good at handling retreats with the surfboard, the U-turn board, and using once you've got Malamars out, you're able to retreat your Pokemon and get that energy back on very quickly. There's U-turn board, which is actually a lot of value at the moment. So I can actually start bringing Ordino when I need to. Okay, I'm up on the prize cards. I need to see that Silvally. I desperately need to see that Silvally. So I need to start bringing in Ordino. Because the problem is that if this Necrozma goes down, I'm in serious trouble. And Necrozma is probably going to go down next turn. I don't have a way to deal with that Nidoqueen. How many energy cards do I have in my group? I've got 3. I'm actually thinking of bringing in a Malamar. You have a good deck too, thank you. Let's bring in Malamar. Let's retreat Necrozma. Because I don't want Necrozma going down to there. I'd rather take 2 turns to take out his Farfetch'd. And just preserve my Necrozma a little bit longer. I need to stall this out until I can get my Silvally. Because yeah, there's the Power Lariat coming out now. So if I lose my... my Brock's able to bring back their Charizard. Ooh, that is a big problem. Oh, they brought out the Rapidash instead. I'm okay with Rapidash because at least Rapidash I can take out with 1 special laser. Oh, they might actually have a Charmeleon and a Charizard in hand. Unfortunately, Power Lariat is going to take out Malamar. But my opponent doesn't have any energy on his bench. So I need to bring out Ordino first. Let's get the U-turn board down. Let's use Malamar's ability to put the energy onto the Necrozma. Let's get the weakness guard down onto Necrozma. Let's get some hearing off. And let's retreat into Necrozma. I'll get my second type no down. And I actually want to go for Cynthia to try and dig for that Silvally. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Let's go for Special Laser. Okay, I'm actually thinking Silvally might be in my prize card pool. Okay, let's see what happens next. So my opponent does seem to be a bit short on energy at the moment. Problem is, if he brings out that Charizard, my bench is looking very thin next turn. bench is looking very thin next turn. Basically, I need to see the Still Valley. The other option is knocking out Farfetch'd with something that's not Necrozma. Because he's only got 20 HP left anyway. So what happens if I charge up this type null? I retreat. Let's get rid of those two. Because I actually want to get this young goose down to get Gumshoes out. Because this way... I'm now down to one prize card. So all I need to do is now, whatever happens next turn, whatever my opponent plays, I can swap in the Necrozma with Special Laser and hit KO'd. Even if it's the Charizard, doesn't matter. So it looks like we've actually picked up our first event win with this deck. Which is really, I'm actually really excited about that. I've never won an event before. So we're going to have quite a nice number of boosters to open up in a later video. And hopefully start making a deck together. So yeah, this looks like our first event win with this deck. Some very good plays from our opponent. This has actually been a very tight game. But it looks like I've got it next turn. Yeah, my opponent can see it. Because now Necrozma comes out, and that's game. Yeah, that's really exciting. I'm so keen to see what I end up picking up. There is Still Valley. Let's get the energy off. And let's go for it. Special Laser. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the first event win with this deck. I'm very excited about that. I'm quite happy with that. I hope you actually get some more... I hope I get some more tokens so I can carry on playing these events. These events are a lot of fun. Because playing the theme deck event challenge essentially costs you 4 tokens. 4 event tokens to get into it. So this was a lot of fun. That was a very hard game, but that was a lot of fun. Yeah. So I ended up picking 3 boosters from that. That's really, really cool. I thought you got more. The reward structure varies per event. Some rewards are even unique to a specific event. It's a good idea to check out the reward structure. So I thought... Oh yeah, you do get everything as well. That's really cool. So guys, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I am sitting with a few boosters to open for the next set. I'm going to most likely play one more event with this before I start picking up the packs. And I'm only sitting with 3 boosters, so hopefully I can pick up a few more before pick it up. I'm now sitting with 909 Poke Points, so I can pick up any theme deck you want to see. And hopefully maybe we can check out the other new one, the one with the Dragonite. I'm not entirely sure what the deck is called. It is the Soaring Storm, that's it. Maybe try that out in the event. So, thanks for watching this video everyone. I hope you did enjoy it, and I hope you enjoy seeing our first event win with our deck. If you did like this video, please consider giving a like and subscribe. It really does help me out starting this channel. And comment, let me know what you guys think about it. Let me know what I should do, what decks you want to see, and yeah, let's get those talks going. Thanks for watching everyone. Cheers. Enjoy.